We were doing some prep.
In fact,
Ruhan was having his training montage. He was eating. He was doing some plans.
Let's see. Torvaton. I'm gonna grab just every important name that I can think of.
Oh man, this music. Yeah, I've been playing Divinity 2 with my wife. And fucking hell, she's so much more hardcore than I am. I think we've spent 5-6 hours resetting for a damn legendary belt in that damn well. And I'm like, can we move on now?
And that's impressive because you played WoW. Like, that's the main draw of WoW, in my opinion, so it's just like, damn.
Yeah, but I'm sure farming is zen. Resetting and save loading, that's just frustrating.
Yeah, it's whatchamacallit, it's a non-stochastic progress.
Yeah.
Ooh, explain what that word means, 'cause that's a fun one.
So, a stochastic progress would mean like a linear approach. I need 100 every time I do it, I'm getting 1, right? A non-stochastic means every time I reset, I'm rolling the dice at getting that 100 again. You never get closer until you get it.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
Put me on a well-geared character and set me to farm. I could go for 8 hours straight and feel great coming out of it. But yeah,
man,
it's.
I feel like that was the beauty. Like that was the allure of WoW Classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh man, I need to go out and farm these devil sore skin. Oh, there's that level 60 rogue again. First one on the server out here farming people. Like that, I feel like that is what, to me, made the game great.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time I ever got into PvP in that game.
Alright, I'm back.
I was going through, what was it, Night Vale? No. Ashen Vale, yeah.
Yeah.
And a freaking...
But I thought you guys were discussing the recap.
A warrior jumped me, and I remember, like, more than anything, like, my heart was actually pounding to the point my hands were starting to shake.
Oh yeah.
And after I inevitably got killed because I was panicking, like I was like, oh yeah, this is the game.
Oh, yeah, I miss that. I used the PvP a lot.
I've discovered the dopamine that I desire.
So once again, freaking
I ask for your
technology killed all fun.
Yep.
I can't do that anymore. Literally.
Hey, Darling, did you grind High Warlord? Yeah, she did. Of course she did.
Gamer. Alright, speaking of games, let's talk about ours. Fucking nerds. What happened last time? I'm sitting down for today because a lot of talking. I don't think I'll need to stand.
I don't really like the term nerd. It implies that we're smart.
Yeah. Dork is... No, Dork is also intelligent. You have glasses.
Yeah.
I think Taryn, long ago, her memory is, brought up similar points. I decided not to acknowledge them then, same as I'm doing now. So anyways, you nerds. What happened last time? It's from a Benkoshi outpost.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, rip.
With,
Not yet.
Well, I think the first thing that happened is we had a conversation about departing and then getting some supplies.
Yes, Ruhan. A bit more so than you guys.
Yes, he went to practice because you got to train, and he ate a lot of food.
Speed 8.
Went under a waterfall. That boat staff.
Ruined the sandwiches.
Cute training montage. Oh yeah.
So yeah, you guys got supplies. Ruhan tested his metal solo. I believe you guys got a number of potions because you guys got your supplies last session.
Yeah, we did get potions.
Yes.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, the first thing I've written down is got some potions.
Yes.
Potions.
I did as well,
Healing,
but not
mana.
second type though.
Yeah.
Very useful.
We got geared up. We went and talked to Torvaton Alana about her mission a little bit, not a lot bit. Connor showed up at one point actually.
Yeah,
He was
he said he told us in the beginning that he might have a lead for us on Justita, and it was
Yeah.
to
Or
look
he
for bright.
confirmed that she was around.
Yeah,
At least her corpse.
to look for bright
body
sea
was at
life,
least
or
around.
bright life. Yeah,
Yeah.
luscious fauna.
Yeah, that's the quote-unquote regional effect of a bronze dragon's lair.
Yeah.
So we go
Well,
with.
apparently it also happened.
No, go ahead.
We were leaving as we left as the caravan departed. Had gotten a bit inland. We stopped because we heard wing beats, the noise of large wings. To our great dismay or excitement, depending on your proclivities, it turned out to be a black dragon.
Go there one.
I think shortly thereafter as well, there was a horde of grungs fleeing.
Not a
something.
horde. Just a few.
It's like 4.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a horde. No, not
There
by
was
any means.
one leading the pack, which was the best one because he was in front of all his friends.
He was of a superior caste. You are correct.
That's it, yep. The cream of the crop.
No, not at all.
And upon
The cream of the crop stay at the village.
Yeah. Upon investigating
Yeah,
where they
it-
came from, we couldn't exactly find a lead, at least not in a timely manner. So we decided to kind of like shelf that one for possibly come back later, probably ignoring forever.
Ain't that D&D in a nutshell.
Yeah. That reminds me of an owlbear, but we won't speak of that one. So
Yeah, you guys went back to the caravan and continued towards the two monitres that had spotted the nymph in the first place. Thus why you guys got the report in the first place. So Lana wasn't there for too long. I think she was there long enough to at least
give orders.
hand the situation over to your guys' jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a quote here from Sifric. Silver bullets work best. I think that characterized them pretty well.
Yeah. How should we negotiate with silver bullets?
I respect that
Yeah.
decision, but also we might be.
Venkoshi are very straightforward.
If it moves and we don't like it, shoot it. Which we discovered. That's perfect.
Well, I mean, you say that there actually is. This is from Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars, the Nod faction, which is aka a militaristic cult that takes over half the world. So,
Oh, sexy.
one of their most basic units are called militants, and you know how in strategy games, if you click on units, they like give like a little quip, like to indicate that they are them.
Like,
You know, one of those quips for the militants is, if it moves, kill it. Well, you could say similar for the Venkoshi. In fact, that's actually one of the inspirational quotes for them. So, yes, if it moves, kill it. Is a good way, an apt way of describing Venkoshi forces. Luckily, though, you guys have the jurisdiction to tell them to not fire immediately. You guys had another plan instead, which was...
We were going to have a little picnic to try and lure out the nymph.
We had some dinner plans, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Picnic.
I believe it was.
Ruhan was able to craft some pretty fancy tableware.
Like a nat 20?
Yeah.
I think we
It was
got
like a
Booker
whole set,
basket
wasn't
as
it?
well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I got the full shebang.
Yep.
sadly it
Yeah,
was
that's
destroyed.
Shame.
You guys
Plus 1 food.
also had a number of different food ideas, both as characters and as players, which is nice. Good to always see different interpretations on what constitutes a picnic fit for Yogi Bar. We also talked about some art history, like, was it Sunday Afternoon on the Lake
Yeah.
by George Soyo or whatever. Fun times. Always very interesting seeing that we all knew what the painting was, even without knowing what the name or the artist was. Very interesting. But yeah, you guys made luncheon plans and went Monterey behind you, about 90 feet or so behind you. And went and instigated, which weird thing to say, but instigated a picnic
Yeah.
with the nymph.
Yeah.
What was her name, or what? Moreover, what did she introduce herself as?
Losha,
Oh,
Losha.
yeah.
Losha.
which was spelled
Losha the water nymph.
very interesting.
Yeah, I'm like trying to read it just now, like, nah.
There's an H in there. And if you put like a space in between, it becomes her rapper name.
It's Lil Losha dropping the hottest diss track of this year.
Yeah, Lil Shaw.
Little sure.
Oh,
Don't
I
read the
got-
apostrophe.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
believe
got the
Korg and Ruhan also discovered in the waterfall Sylvan writing, I believe that's spelled like guardian,
yeah.
Yeah.
which
Indeed.
came out to be
You guys noticed that the waterfall was almost something of a banner in and of its own right. How interesting.
after
How
talking to her for a while, she says, "You can. I'll tell you stuff if you can help me with something," and then proceeds to
Yeah.
open up a portal with a fucking dragon inside.
No.
No, the dragon appeared as she opened the
Oh,
portal.
the dragon appeared as she opened the portal.
The
Okay.
deception of this is critical. It appeared as if she opened a portal and an opportunistic black dragon, well, sees the opportunity to strike. You guys soon learned, after getting scorched by phantasmal, illusory death breaths, that this dragon was not real. It was never real. Although the pain it inflicts certainly felt real. And by your sheet, it is real, but, you know, whatever. I believe it was Rose that caught on that it was not real, and promptly informed everyone, more importantly, the Venkoshi behind you, who then proceeded to load a cacophony of dispelling rounds. You know, might have succeeded on one dispelling save. What about 20? Fun thing, that. It was a ploy. Definitely was a ploy. But it was a ploy with a certain intention by Losha. To see if you guys were going to, first off, true to your word. Secondly, that you had the conviction to follow through with being true to your word. That you actually are looking for Justira, and that you don't mean her ill will, and that you're willing to prove yourself to get to her. You at least proved yourself enough to talk further about the situation, but Losha, like many people, both fictional and real, don't like talking to people when there's guns pointed at them. So you guys went inside. Quote unquote inside. Underground, moreover. Underwater, perhaps. Who knows?
And discovered some golems made of lotai. Lotus. Lotus? What is the plural of lotus?
Lotuses.
It'd just be lotuses? Okay.
I think
And,
so, yeah.
Yeah, don't want to fuck with that.
Yes.
They
Our
were-
lovely lotus golems, both in humanoid and more flattened plant forms, encompass different parts of the way down. Good number of them. Healthy defenders in more than one sense. You guys did talk to Losha for a bit. What did you discuss? A couple of things. More than a couple. Something
There
happened that
was-
was well.
Yeah, she mentioned that Justira is slumbering, and that she is one of a couple. I can't remember if it was 4 other guardians. I think maybe I don't remember the
I
number
don't remember if she
on the
gets
island. And
Justira or Losha?
Losha,
Losha is the predominant guardian.
yeah,
There are a number of defenders, but
yeah,
in the
that's
same
the
way as a 4 has only one commander and many defenders. So she's but one of many defenders, but she is the head of charge for guardianship.
Mm.
Yes.
And
What else though?
she mentioned that there is a can't remember what word you used, a maze or a trial
Trial.
to
Yeah,
Yeah.
some maze,
Try it.
a tricksy thing to test your metal. Well, I say tricksy, it's semi-tricksy. It's more of a Luckily, Golem's not in there. I imagine you probably would have been by the sort of creatures in it, but by this point, fucking freaky little man.
Nasty.
Thing is, the labyrinthian part of it wouldn't be so much of a problem for you guys, given that looks at Minotaur. Yeah, yeah. But nonetheless, it did have a number of traps, puzzles, and defenders in it.
Yeah, she gave us an offer instead. She said, why not prove yourself right away? There's a task that I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And the outcome, if we are successful, would restore control of the entire island to her, which is something that we might need to
discuss.
Yeah.
Yes, but one by one.
Yeah.
Something else did happen, though. What else?
All in due time.
Just talked about Lusha about how she met Justair. That's definitely one thing. But there's one other story she did tell you about, and there's one other thing that did happen.
It was like a hunter that came through a veil or something, wasn't it?
A charming
Yes.
hunter that had some capability to find her, or had like some sense for her.
That was it, yeah. It was entertaining, apparently. But regrets. I've got written down regrets,
Yeah.
and
She
I
taught
can't
him,
remember
like,
what it did.
I believe he taught her like what it meant to not trust humans.
Mhm.
A lesson she hasn't forgotten even to this day, which is why she has a fake dragon flying around,
Like you do.
as one does.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, it just has an 8th level spell, just chilling.
Yeah. She is a high level warlock by equivalencies, so there you go. But yeah, something else did happen.
Well, Korik formalized his oath of devotion and got
Yep, that
sworn
happened.
in as a knight.
All of us were
Yes.
just kind of caught off guard, being like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? But it ended up being a good thing. Now let's see if you live past today to have that mean
Yeah,
anything.
it's a...
I will find out, won't we?
Well, luckily, you don't have to live past today. You just need to accomplish your goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what oath sworn do.
Hmm.
If you die doing it, good job.
Try till you die.
Try and then die is probably more accurate in this case. Anyways.
Before we get into it, I will just click these just so everyone knows where they are.
Oof.
Just so we don't forget it this time.
Oh man, I spilled a can of paint. Right?
You're fucked up.
Rough time.
Oh.
Varric
No,
only
funny. The
has
last
2
time I rolled these
dragons.
trappers, I rolled a 1. Well, one's on him. You guys don't need to know about
Oh,
his.
right, yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, so I got the defensive.
It should be toggled on for you.
Yeah,
I think the
so-
biggest kicker is Corix, which is just constant regeneration, to the point where you probably don't need short rest.
One of the day Varric will hook me up with the trapping.
So how does this work
Yep.
for me?
So at the beginning of each of his turns, you heal an amount equal to, let me double check, half of his spellcasting modifier rounded up. So 3 hit points at the beginning of his turn. So
Okay.
3 hit points every 6 seconds.
Man, you could really make that gross if you paired it with heroism.
Ooh, temp HP and regen.
Yeah,
It's like
and then
+7.
once Varric becomes a higher enough level, it stops being half his spellcasting modifier and his full spellcasting modifier, which I think is 2 levels up.
Ooh, that's nasty. I love it.
I mean, it only goes from 3 to 5.
Still.
Honestly, it's just gonna keep you up constantly and how quickly you
It goes
heal. But the thing is, it only heals once per turn. If you go down in a turn and something wants to coup de grace you, oh well. If anything, it just incentivizes monsters to just finish you out, right? Or I start doing what O does and start doing some limb damage stuff, which we'll get there when we get there.
Thinking
Like
about it,
Mr.
when we
Pebbles.
were in the Feywilds in the book bit, I think that's kind of what happened. Somebody had the regen, and the big bad was just like, okay, no, fuck this guy.
Yeah, I remember that guy. I saw his music.
It's good.
Yeah, that's always my idea. If it goes down once, they're not going to attack him. If they get up and go down again, well, now I'm just going to have to finish the job.
Everyone gets 1. 1 free pass. But I scared off Tina. Sorry, buddy. Bye bye. Let's get into it. In my 4 a.m. prep work, I actually got music.
Hey, what up?
Hey, so did we decide if we're taking any sort of rest? I know that was kind of like the.
You guys
big
have definitely had
consideration.
enough time to take a short rest while you guys were talking to Losha in her
Okay.
abode.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do something in that time.
Is it eating?
No,
Okay,
Shocking.
double checking.
he's gonna hold the brooch and focus on it. We'll try to, and then try to use his Steen rune on himself.
Is that the rune itself? Isn't the Dreams of Stone, right? That's
Correct. Well, yeah, that's the activated portion of it.
Yeah, but it itself isn't necessarily that. It has like a passive effect and everything with it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark vision and insight advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the Stein rune?
That's a Steiner.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You take the brooch in your hand, you focus upon it, and the rune that you're. Yeah, I mean it's already engraved, but more of a reinstilling is probably the best way to put it. The brooch awaits a quiet moment of contemplation. You can tell. Not from you necessarily, but more just to discuss. The first 2 letters of discuss being the biggest component, similar to dialogue. There are many things going on right now. She can wait. But
Okay.
nonetheless, she definitely how put this? Comparatively, you don't need anywhere near as much guidance as Tharpium did. Call it a miscalculation, call it a passing of fate, whatever you want to call it. She doesn't know. You've done well in her eyes. You do get that sense of pride. Familial pride, you might call it. And the same as Tharbium passing it on to you, because you might have needed guidance. She thinks the most guidance you need was a proper name. If you have someone who you think needs guidance, she is willing to beholden herself, her teachings, what might call them, to them as well. If you're so inclined. If not, then she's more than content in staying with you.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
So, in a retroactive capacity, we'll say that's what Ruhan is doing while you guys are drinking tea and eating cake, literally. Quiet contemplation.
What type of cake was it?
I believe at the time I said key lime pie.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Wait, so the cake was a lie? It was actually pie?
Yeah.
It's
It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? No.
Won't phase deception knows no bounds, I see.
Not even in the
All the
culinary and confectionery. Yes. Truly.
Heartless.
So, that's what Ruhan is doing. Here's a kicker about that. The brooch isn't a attunement item, so you know if someone needs another one, so we can.
I'm pretty sure we're all set. Weirdly enough, I think giving it to Abigail would be beneficial for her.
What, in a moral sense?
Yes. As well as, like, she
He
could
doesn't
potentially
need
make
it.
use of it.
Lost cause, my friend.
Yeah, last time a dead person tried to talk to her, it didn't go so well for them.
But also, everyone else is pretty stacked on attuned items, I think.
I have
Yeah.
2.
Varric is 3. Lorelei has none, I think. Yeah, none. Nonetheless. Nonetheless. I believe we ended the session last time with the door hidden behind a wall, a curtain of vines being opened up. So,